One event was packed and one had hardly anyone there, and one gave me some of the most useful conversations yet. If you're new here, I'm Lou and I'm building Wild and Well Fest, which is a boutique wellness festival in Cumbria, and I'm doing it from scratch and I'm sharing this real journey with you as I go. So first I headed up to Haigh Hall Food Festival. Even the drive-in and walking through the grounds make it feel like a proper wee day out. You have the trees, the gardens and all the open spaces before you even reach the actual festival. The first thing I noticed was how busy it was, but it still didn't feel like you couldn't move. There's something different everywhere you looked. The food definitely brought people in, but all the other traders gave people plenty more to look at. The stalls that stood out were the ones where you could tell straight away what they were selling. They had clear signs, product displayed properly, samples at the front, and the traders who actually spoke to people. It sounds simple, but it really does make a difference between someone stopping or just looking or walking straight past. There was loads of choice when it came to the food, but there were also a lot of places that you could just sit down with a drink and actually enjoy it. And I did notice that people weren't just buying something and leaving, they were staying and chatting and making a full day of it. I found myself just watching people and how they were using space just as much as I was looking at the stalls. So I noticed families were using play areas, there was people who had dogs with them, and there was groups sitting on the grass eating together. Everyone could just enjoy the same event in their own way, which was lovely to see. This was really useful for me because Wild and Well Fest can't just be workshop after workshop. It kind of needs to be a place where you don't have to do anything, where you could just sit and eat, have a drink, talk to people, listen to music, or just even watch everything go on round about you. The grounds make a massive difference as well. We had the hall, the garden, the views and the wilder areas to explore. It reminded me that even the space between each part of the festival matters. Walking from one area to another area should still feel like it's part of the whole experience. And obviously the little train was a bonus. It was fun, everyone noticed it, and it gave people another reason to explore more of the grounds. So today I'm away to Hindley Hall Golf Club, which there's a little wellness event on. So I'm going to pick up a friend and we're going to head across and see what's happening and see what information and tips and tricks I can pick up for my own festival. So if I'm being completely honest, Hindley wasn't what I expected. It was tiny and hardly anyone turned up. So in terms of watching how a busy wellness event worked, there wasn't loads for me to take from this. But I'm still really glad that I went. Because I actually met some of the loveliest people there. With it being so quiet, I was able to kind of stop and have a proper conversation with the traders. Everyone was so warm and welcoming, and they were really open about what it is that they do, and how they'd be interested in being part of the festival. So it did teach me that the something that might be the atmosphere, but it's the people who do the atmosphere, and they show the world and welfare. So I am off to Stockport this morning to check out C Street Market, which is in Castle Street, and it's run by the amazing Leomi, who also has a little business on the street called Twisted Eden, and she does a lot of supplements and organic fruit and veg and that type of thing. You may remember her from last week's video. She helped answer 3 questions about the wellness, so you can check that out if you've not seen it yet. But we are being kindly asked along to check out our little market that she operates every few months. So I just want to see how busy it is, what kind of traders she has there, what people are interacting with, is there entertainment, what people seem to be enjoying, and try and gain some information that I could probably use for the festival as well. And hopefully we can speak to some traders and find out what works for them. As you know, being a trader myself with Wild and Waxy, I do have some of this insider information from my own business, but it's always nice to see what it's like from the other side, what other people's points of view are, because what works for me and annoys me, or what I don't like and like could be different for other traders. So hopefully we can speak to some people and get an insight into that. But really it's just more market research for the festival. Because as you know, we have the venue confirmed now, which is going to be at Cardelise in Carlisle, up in Cumbria on the 14th and the 17th of May 2027, so next spring, which is dead exciting. So the real work's now beginning of trying to work out how to do this exactly as I've got it pictured in my head, and what people actually want, not just what I think people want. So that's been the whole journey up to now. So let's check out this little market and see what we think. C Street felt completely different again. It was set up on Castle Street with the local shops. There was food vans, makers and community groups all mixed together. It really felt relaxed and like it was part of the community rather than an event that was just being dropped there for the day. What worked here was the mix of everything. You could get some food, look at some handmade products, speak to local groups, even find out something you'd never heard of before. Every few steps there was something different that made you want to stop and look. It was really approachable as well. Nothing felt too polished or intimidating. People were asking questions, the traders were explaining what they did, and everyone was just moving around naturally. The relaxed feeling is exactly what I want in the market area at Wild and Well Festival. The most useful part of these days are usually the conversations, because you learn so much more by actually speaking to the people doing it than you'd ever get from just looking at their social media or their website.
bit of a dopamine hit out of it. You can put it straight in your tongue, you can put it on smoothies.
You know it as well, don't you?
Yeah.
I've just accommodated a dog from there. No, I'm a cat owner. But I'm partial to a wee puppy dog.
This is like therapy. So I use all these skills to help men kind of, as a preventative measure, you don't have to be in crisis. You just come along and start to reflect, and we give them a language that's quite accessible. So actually, you don't have to share feelings. Really work with where the men are at.
So those 3 days gave you completely different lessons, and all of them will help shape Wild and Well Fest. If you want to see the real journey as I build it, make sure you subscribe and come along with me, because there's still loads to do.